Shalom. We got the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall and collapse of this wicked kingdom, America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, and let you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans know that you are the true children of Israel. All right? Now, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well to this very day. Also, Shalom, peace and safety to the hopeful elect that is also giving your due diligence and spreading this word to the other members of the hopeful elect in faith, in truth and sincerity, and in all charity. All right? Now, first and foremost, before we begin, man, we want to go ahead and jump into the prophecies, man. All right? In which the main thing that's going on around the world today, all right, is the pestilence, man. All right? And on top of pestilence, you got the war drums beating harder and harder, man. All right? So prophecies are popping up left and right, man. All right? Why? Because we're in that time. We're in that time to where the prophecies are now speaking, man. All right? Because it was a time to where the prophecies was kept back for a while, all right? And now you have the prophets coming out to prophesy these things, and they're happening, man. All right? And that's why, again, man, that's why right now we're in the time of for one thing, a time of great distress, all right? A time of mourning, all right? And a time to where this wicked kingdom is about to go down, man. Now we're in the process of preparing ourselves spiritually for the return of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, for these people entering the call of Jesus, man. All right?
It's Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 2. It says, it is better to go into the house of mourning than go into the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
Right, man. So it says it's better to go into the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting, man. All right? And when you look at it today, man, what are these people doing, man? All right? They're having a good time. All right? They're partying, hooping, hollering, clubbing, you know? Not having a care about what's going on around the world, man. And when I say that, I'm talking about our people, man. All right? When we telling them what's coming down the pipeline, all right, and telling them that these things are going to happen because, for one thing, somebody grab switch this yeah, grab that switch real quick, and you hold something else too out.
Yeah, and Habakkuk 2.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, this Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
That's right, man. And the dynamics of a watchman that stand upon a watchtower, his job is to watch, man. All right? And when he watches and he sees things, he calls it out, man. He let the people know that there's danger in front of him, man. All right? And that's what we're doing, man. We're warning the hopeful elect of the danger that's coming, man. All right? That's the job of a watchman. That's the job of a prophet, man. If you're not warning these people of these things, man, then guess what? You got a lot of blood on your hand, man. And that's why we get at these other camps about coming down the highways and byways, man. All right? About doing the work, man. All right? How else you going to get the blood out your hands, man? How else you going to warn your people about what's to come, man? And really, that's showing your people love, man. By doing that, man. Right? You're showing people that you really care about telling them about these things, man. All right? You got these other guys saying that we're fear-mongering, this and that or the other. But no, man. By fear is how you consider, man. All right? When you consider the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, you get yourself right, man. All right? That's the reason why we tell you about these things, man. That's the reason why we tell you about the danger, man. All right? Yeah.
It says, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the table.
That's right, man. So write the vision and make it plain upon the table, man. And that's exactly what we have done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai when the apostle elders of Great Millstone went down, man. All right? We saw the vision and we're making it plain upon tables, man. All right? Because back then, during the process of time, all right, nobody knew what the mark of the beast was until the apostle elders brought it out, man. All right? Nobody knew what that was, man. Nobody knew that was the RFID microchip. All right? Nobody knew about Jacob's trouble. All right? Now it's being brought out, man. All right? Now it's being made plain upon tables, man. All right? See it?
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
That's right, man. So the vision is for an appointed time, man. All right? So right now that vision is speaking loud and clear, man. All right? Right in front of your face, man. All right? Now the vision is being made plain for all to see, man. All right? And that's being done once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. And he set up men to make that vision known, man. All right? You got it.
All right, yeah, it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
That's right. It said, though it feels like it's tearing, wait for it, man, because it will surely come. All right, and we see it coming, man. So therefore, we're waiting on it, man. All right, we're waiting on the hammer to come down upon this place. All right, and for Jacob's trouble to kick off, man. All right, because that was set off a sequence of events, man. All right.
Yep, this is 2 Ezra 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
That's right, man. So everything has a beginning and an end, man. All right, and now we're at the end. Why? Because it's being made manifest, man. All right, that's how we know we're at the end. And the Lord actually, somebody read in Mark this is
Second Ezra 9 and 1.
yeah,
Okay, come. This is 2 Ezra 9. You know how we start at the top? Second Ezra 9, starting at verse 1. It said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told you before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
right, man. So when you see these things, that let you know that the Most High is beginning to visit this place, man. Yahweh Bashim Shah is starting to visit the world which he made, man. All right, and he's not going to come down, all right, in a peaceful manner as these people believe, man. All right, he's going to come down as a valiant man, man. All right, he's going to come down as an angelic force. He's not going to come back in the same fashion he did when he came to the flesh, man. All right, as humble as a lamb, man. He's going to come back as that conquering lion, man. All right,
Yeah. It says, therefore, when thou shalt be seeing earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world,
all right, and that's what you're seeing, man. All right, you see earthquakes and earthquakes. All right, you see uproars of the people riding, all right, and all across the world. All right, and that's what you see today, man. So that lets you know that the Lord's very near, man. All right, yeah, that's right.
Yep. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Right, so these things were spoken of before, man. All right, you see, and that's why when Yahweh Shah was speaking to the disciples, he was talking over their heads, man. All right, because really he was talking about this time, man. All right, he was speaking about those earthquakes. All right, the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, this is it, man. These are the beginning of sorrows, man. All right.
Yeah, this Isaiah 46 and 10. It said declaring the end from the beginning.
Declaring the end from the beginning, man. All right, and that's a mystery. All right, because guess what? The script was already written before time, man. All right, everything was laid out before time even started, man. All right, and then when time started, that's when everything started flowing in time, man. That's when everything started to play out, man. All right, that's why, hey, we always bring it out, man. Like this is the movie, man. This is the Lord's movie. Okay, yeah, they go into the word. Hey, yeah, like you said, Theo, man. They go back to the word. That word Theo means God, man. All right. So this is the theater, man. All right, you seeing it play, man. Okay, it's like putting in a videotape, man. You press play, that's what you're watching right now, man. You're watching this movie play out right before your very eyes, man.
Right.
It said declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done.
That's right, man. This is why this is the most powerful book on the planet Earth, man.
Right.
All right. Nothing can compare to the scriptures, man. All right. Nothing can. No other book in the world can tell you about future events, man. Yeah. All right. What's to come down the pipeline, man. All right. Guess what? Case in point, Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man. Did that not take place? And was not our people sitting in captivity? Yeah, we were, man. As a nation. All right. What other book tells you about us going down as a nation, man? All right. Only the scriptures, man.
Hey, can I add two real quick before we get there? The scriptures even foretell of what you people think of as modern marvels, man, such as the internet, man, and the microchip. That's written in this book, man. That show that's the most powerful book on the planet Earth.
It says, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Right, man. So the counsel of the Lord is going to stand no matter what, man. All right? No matter how many videos you take down, no matter how many channels you take off the airways, all right? No matter how much you try to silence the men of the Lord, his counsel is still going to stand to this very day, man. There's nothing that you can do against the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. Right. Once he put forth his word, it's not being turned back, man. All right?
This is the book of 2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
That's right, man. So speak thou in the ears of this people, all right, Israel, the words of prophecy, man. All right, and that's exactly what we're doing, man. Going back from the ancient men, all right, all the way up until now, man. All right, we're speaking the words of prophecy, and that's what they need to hear, man. All right, you know, you had these other so-called leaders of Israel came up before time, telling our people, you know, this and that. You know, case in point, Martin Luther King, man. All right, joining hand in hand with the so-called white man Esau, man. All right, and that wasn't the truth, man. All right, but now here it is. You got the truth, 100% truth being pushed out, man. The words of prophecy are now being pushed forth, man, as the Lord wanted to do, man. All right, you got it. You got it.
Scripture said, written in paper, about these words are faithful and true. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
Right, man. And he's coming very soon, man. All right? That same man that's riding upon a white horse, his name is Faithful and True. All right? He's coming very soon, man. All right? He's not literally going to come in on a white horse, man. All right? He's going to come by way of his chariots, man. All right? That's that white horse that's talking about, man. All right? He's going to come back as an angelic force and a force to be reckoned with, man. All right?
This is Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want or make.
That's right, man. So seek ye out the book of the Lord and read, man. All right? And none of these prophecies are going to fail. All right? And also as well, in that same scripture it says, none shall want or make, man. All right? In other words, you can't make any other book with the scriptures, man. You can't compare any other book to the scriptures, man. All right? You can't compare it to the Quran. You can't compare it to any other book out there, man. The Egyptian book of the dead. All right? The Ma'at, whatever they call it. All right, you can't compare that to the scriptures, man. All right, why is that, man? Because again, these scriptures, man, these are faithful and true, man. All right, these words, man, Yahweh Shah is contained within these very scriptures, man. All right, this is the key to life, man. All right, and if you don't take heed to it, then that's your death. All right, you got it.
On my mouth.
Oh, it's like,
Go ahead, bro.
you got it.
No, you got it.
Finishing off, Isaiah 34 and 16, finishing off. On my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it had gathered.
That's right, man. So now they are commanded, and his spirit has gathered them, man. All right, you got it.
All right, because the brother read declaring the things from the beginning to the end, right? Numbers 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. It shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheph. And that star and that scepter, star of Jacob and that scepter, the children of Israel, is Yahweh Shah. This is declared from the beginning. This is the book of Numbers. And that happened years. That prophecy ended up happening years after, man, centuries after. Other books don't do that.
Yeah.
They fell short of that one thing, prophecy. It says, and Edom shall be a possession. Said also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
Yep, that's right, man. All right. And hey, also as well, say Edom shall go into captivity, man. That's one of the scriptures that let you know that Esau is going straight into captivity, man. All right. Because guess what? Esau's running scot-free right now, man. All right. Edom in his power right now. All right. But guess what? In the time to come, in the very end, all right, he's going to be put right back on the bottom, man. All right. Right back into captivity. Man. All right.
It says, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
That's right, man. Amalek, man. All right, the head of Edom, man. All right, you Amalekites, man. But you call yourself today so-called Jews, man, or Jewish. All right. And the Lord said, and even in the scripture, they tell you that the Lord has indignation against Amalek forever, man. All right. So the Lord still got indignation against you Gutterats, man. All right, you Amalekites. He hasn't forgotten about the head of Esau, man. All right. So even though you're in your power right now, the Lord's going to come back to exactly what He's going to do to Amalek, man. All right.
Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
That's right. So it's got to come a point in time when the elders got to serve the younger, man. All right, and that's going all the way back to the womb, man. All right, going all the way back to the birth of Jacob and Esau, man. All right, so there it is, man. Going all the way back to the beginning, right? Declaring the end from the beginning. All right, the Lord declared the end of Esau being under us, man. All right, and Jacob being on top, man. All right.
So 2 Ezra 6 and 6. It's like 2 Ezra 6 and 7. The answer I said, what shall be the partner of the time, or when shall be the end of the first, in the beginning of it that follows. Verse 8, 2 Ezra 6 and 7 again. The answer I said, what shall be the partner of some of the time, or when shall be the end of the first?
Right. So you was asking what's going to be the end of the times, man. All right, and that's the number one thing that the people are asking for, man. What's going to be the end of the world? All right, what's going to be the end of everything that you see around you, man? But guess what? The prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah got the answer for you, man. All right.
Reading on the 2 Ezra 6 and 7. Or when shall be the end of the first, in the beginning of it that followed? Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born to him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right, so that whole event that went down, the occurrence was prophetic, man. All right? Because that whole the birth and the dynamic of Jacob and Esau showing what's going to come in the future, man. All right? And you're about to see that play out before your very eyes, man.
2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Right, so Esau is the end of the world, man. All right? Now that word world there, that goes into the age, man. All right? Because guess what? The earth's still going to be here, man. All right? So guess what? The one's going to be in rulership is going to be Jacob. All right? And the one's going to be in captivity at the base where he belongs is Esau, man. All right?
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
Right, so the children not yet being born, neither doing good or evil, man. All right? So to let you know, man, hey, that's reincarnation scripture, man. All right? Why? Because it was already set forth that the dynamic between those brothers is going to set forth the future events, man. All right? This prophecy was set concerning that.
That the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand.
Right, so the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, man. So who was chosen out of the two, man? Jacob. All right? It's all about election, man. It's all about a remnant. It's always been about a remnant, man. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, it says there's no new thing under the sun, man. All right? So therefore, since there's nothing new, he already chose who's going to carry on that line, man. And he chose Jacob, man. All right?
Not of works, but of him that calleth.
Right, so not of works, but of him that calleth, man. All right? So the children, they haven't done anything as of yet, man. All right? But guess what? Afterwards, then it was set forth a sequence of events, man. The Lord already laid out the plans for Jacob and Esau and future events, man. And you're seeing it now, man. And you're going to see it continue forth at the time and when he goes down and Israel set back in rulership, man. All right? You got
it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right, so there it is, man. You bring this scripture out to anybody on the streets, man. All right, they'll look at you like you got 2 heads. All right? Because this is out of the words, the mouth of the Lord, man. All right? Read that again, huh?
Done. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right, man. So you bring this out in the modern day church, man. They'll throw you out the church for bringing that out, man. These are the scriptures that they won't show or reveal to the people, man. All right? Because this cuts this whole American lifestyle, man. The whole American dream. All right, which Christianity is a part of that, man. Modern day Christianity is a part of that, and pushing out that these devils are the children of the Lord, man. And that's completely false, man. All right.
John, what should we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
Right. So is there unrighteousness with the Most High for doing that? All right. Is the Most High unrighteous for hating one nation and loving another, hating one person and loving another? Is the Most High unrighteous for that? Is he unrighteous for having complete hatred for one nation and complete love for another nation? What does it say?
Most High forbid.
Right. Most High forbid, man. All right. It means hell no. All right. The Most High is not unrighteous for doing that, man. The Lord can do whatever He wants to do. All right. And He made us, right? He made us with emotions. We have likes and dislikes. We love one thing, we hate another. All right. So how much more the Most High, man? You got
Gun. For He said unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Right. So He'll have mercy on whom He will have mercy on, man. All right. So He's gonna have mercy on whom He chooses to have mercy on, man. Again, going back to election, man. All right, so that election might stand. All right, yeah.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
That's right. You can say He'll have compassion on whom He will have compassion, man. All right, it's gonna come to a point in time where He's not gonna show no compassion to any of these people out here, man. He's doing that to this very day, today, man. All right, that's the reason why you got this coronavirus spreading like wildfire, man. All right, why? Because it's in the will of the Lord to do that, man. All right, yep. And then when they look back and think that, you know, why these things happening, well, look around you, man. Look at what's going on in America, man. Look what's going on around the world. All right, you think that the Most High is not going to spring into action for this, man? You think the Most High is not going to look down on the men that's sighing and crying and do something about it, man? All right, and you seeing right now the Lord is starting to make moves, man. All right, He's moving those chess pieces in the right position for you devils to go down, man. All right.
Gun. It says, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
That's right. So it's of the Most High that shows mercy, man. That's what it boils down to. All right. If the Most High has no mercy on you, then He has no mercy on you, man. It's absolutely nothing you can do about it, man. Right. All right.
Yeah, I got two. This is the book of Isaiah 45 in verse 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
That's right, man. So the Lord created light and He created darkness, man. All right, that's a perfect balance. He created good and He created evil, man. He created a nation that He hated and a nation that He loved, man. All right. He created certain things for His own pleasure, man. Somebody grab that. Well, yeah, that too. But where it says,
Proverbs 16.
Yep.
16.
That's why again, man, the Lord is creating everything for His pleasure, man. Everything for His will. Okay? So if you're against that, you're against Yahweh Shah, man. All right? You're basically against the order. All right? Because He set everything in its proper place for His own will, man. All right? For what He wants to do. All right?
Here comes the book of Proverbs 16 and verse 4. It says, the Lord hath made all things for Himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil.
That's right, man. So the Lord created all things for Himself, man. All right, for His own pleasure, and even the wicked for the day of evil, man. So the Most High created you devils to go down, man. All right, He created you as a vessel just to get knocked off the shelf, man. All right, that's like putting together a certain creation. All right, in case of point, I got to use the example, man. You know, whenever you build a sandcastle, all right, in the sandcastle, you trim it up. Make it to greatest creation you ever made, all right? And then at your pleasure, you can just knock it down, man. All right? And that's exactly what He's doing to Esau. He's building up Esau to a certain point, all right? And He's knocking him down, all right? For His own pleasure, all right?
Like I said, you can't tell no what to do because this is movie. This is the book of Job 9 and 12. Behold, He taketh away who can hear to Him, who will say unto Him, what doest thou?
He said He taketh away, and who can hinder Him, man? Who can hinder the Yahweh Shah, man, from taking things away, man? All right? Even Job had to acknowledge that, man. All right? Job said, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, man. All right? And he said, blessed be the name of Yahweh Shah, man. All right? So that lets you know, man, the Lord can do everything at His pleasure, man. All right? This is He's a director, all right? And we're the cast, man. All right? He set up the main characters, Jacob and Esau. He set up the side.
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal.
That's right, man. So the Lord kill and make alive, man. He wound and he heals, man. All right. So whenever you see things go down, all right, somewhere off in, wherever city, all right, people getting taken out. Guess what? The Lord did that, man. All right. The Lord the ones who makes those things happen, man. All right. Even in Scripture, where it says, the issue of death belongs to Yahweh Bashar Shah, man. All right. So the Lord's the one that conducts that, man. All right. The same person you read about, you hear about in these modern day churches. All right. This is what he's really about, man. All right. It only takes a certain man, a man of the elect, all right, the hope elect, all right, to understand that, man. Right.
It says, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
That's right, man. So nothing can deliver out of the hand of Yahweh Bashar Shah, man. All right. So that's why when it comes time to when everything is going to fall through, all right, that's going to be absolutely nothing that these devils can do, man. All right. It's going to be absolutely nothing that these Edomites can do to recover their kingdom, man. All right. Because guess what? They're trying in tooth and nail to keep their kingdom going, man. It's literally running on fumes right now, man. They're circling the drain, all right? But it's absolutely nothing you can do, man, because guess what? Eventually it's going to run out of gas, man. All right? And you're going to break down, the engine's going to break down, all right? And that car's going to get destroyed, man. Which is what? It's this kingdom, man. The kingdom's going to get destroyed, man. All right?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Now, again, Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Yeah, man, spirit brought it back out, man. All right? So the better is the end of a thing than the beginning, man. All right? And also as well, it says the patient in spirit than the proud in spirit, man. All right? The ones that are patient in spirit, that's what the art read earlier in the Habakkuk, man. All right? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, man. So the men of the Lord that have been watching all these years, starting from the apostles, elders, a great millstone on down, have been watching, man. All right? And we've been patient, man. We've been patiently waiting on these things to happen, man. All right? And now we're starting to see it right in front of us, man. This is the day that we waited for, man. All right? Like it says in Revelation, man. Revelation 13 to 10, 11 to 11. He says, it's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right.
All right?
Yeah, this is Luke chapter 21 and 36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass.
That's right, man.
And
That's right, man. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, man. All right? So that's the key thing, man, is to watch. All right? That's what we're here for, man. We're here to watch. We're set up as to watch. Okay?
yeah, start from the beginning. Luke 21 and 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass.
That's right, man. And that's the thing, man. All right? That's why there's another scripture where it says, those that continue to watch are going to be preserved, man. All right? The ones that the Lord says are going to find so good, he's going to preserve them. All right? So that's the same word. So read that again, huh?
Again, Luke 21 and 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Right, and to stand before the Son of Man, man. All right? That's assurance, man. All right? Knowing that you did everything that you could to preserve this truth, man. All right? To push forth this word, man. All right? Also, it says in the scripture, in the Apocrypha, it says that you will be able to escape by your works and by faith, man. All right? That's the key thing, man. That's how you're going to escape the said perils, man. All right? That's how you're going to be able to be delivered, man, if you do these things. All right?
It's the book of Proverbs 8 and 34. I'm starting at verse 33. It says, hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates.
Right, watching daily at his gates, man. We're at the gates right now, man. All right? Watch it, man. Continually watch it. All right? And also it says right here, it says, blessed is the man that continually watch at his gates, man. All right? How you going to be blessed, man? And really, the blessing is deliverance, man. That's the blessing that we want, man. All right? Mercy. That's what we want, man. All right? Because like the scripture says, it says, we all fell short of the glory, man. All right? So we all need mercy, man. That's what we're here for. We're here to plead to Yahweh Shah to have mercy on us when he bring down these plagues, man. Right? In which the ultimate plague is that thermonuclear fire, man. Be preserved from that, man. All right? Because that is a shameful death, man. It's a shameful and a painful death, man. All right?
It's read it again. It says, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. It says, for whoso findeth me, findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord.
That's right, man. So whoever find Yahweh shall find a life, man. All right? And he's not revealed unto many, man. All right? He's only revealed to a select few, in which, again, going back to the elect, man. All right? It's all about the elect. The elect is the ones who has the Yahweh shall, man. All right?
Yeah, this is Mark chapter 13 and 34. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch.
That's right, man. And that happened when he sent forth the apostles, man.
Is it?
All right? He sent forth the apostles, and guess what? All the scripture also say he sent forth the apostles last, man. All right? Why is that, man? Because when he returns, all right, he's going to find them doing that same thing, man. All right? Being that watchman, man. All right? Doing the work, man. All right? So the Lord, all right, left his servants to do that, man, until he returns. All right? That's why in that same scripture, I think it's going to say it. Keep reading.
Yeah, continue. This is Mark 13 35. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening or at midnight.
Right, man. So that's why it says the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night, man. All right? And also as well, man, in the scripture, right? And that's not the one, but it's in the book, right? It says, occupy till I come, man. All right? And that's what we're doing, man. We're occupying until the Lord Yahweh Shah returns, man. All right?
That's right. Continuing on, at even or at midnight or at the cock crowing or in the morning.
That's right, man. So or in the morning, man. So at any point in time, Yahweh Shah can return, man. Right, all right? And that's why the Lord has left behind certain things to gauge it, man. All right? Actually, somebody grab second hand. Leave this, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 15. It says measure out time.
Oh, it's something like 9.
Yeah, come on.
I can pull out the precept off the top real quick. It's the book of Revelations 16 and verse 15. It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
That's right, man. So we got to keep the garments, right? Unless to see your nakedness and or see the shame, man. All right? And what's the garment that it's talking about, man? It's talking about the truth, man. It's knowledge. Right? That's the garment that we have on, man. All right? So if you don't have the garments on, guess what? You can't attend the wedding, man. All right? That's why the Lord spoke about that parable about the person that attended the wedding that didn't have on a wedding garment, man. So if you don't have on that wedding garment, you asked out, man. All right? You're going to get thrown out, man, and cast in the outer darkness, man. All right?
Yeah, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1.
Oh, shit.
It's 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when I see as part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right, man. So the key point in that scripture says, measure thou the time diligently in itself, man. All right? So how do we measure the times, man? By prophecy. All right? These are the signs, man. That's how we measure it, man. All right? And you know, that's indicative to how the men, all right, interpreted certain signs back then in the ancient world, man. All right? You had certain things to tell them about, case in point, right? You have, in modern day time, right, they have something called the almanac, farmer's almanac, all right? They tell you about the certain seasons that come in, all right? So you have those certain seasons that come in, right? But guess what? Through the signs that we see, we already know what season we're coming into, man. Right. All right? Because now we're coming to the time of harvest, man. All right? And what's going to be harvested? What's going to be reaped, right? Right? The Lord is going to reap this kingdom, all right? He's going to carry the good in his basket, in his barn. He's going to cast the others away into the fire, man. All right?
It's in 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. It's a lot. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye had no need that I write unto you.
Right, it says, for the times and seasons, brethren, I have no need to write unto you, man. All right? So there was no need for the Lord to do that, man. But guess what? Read on up.
It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
That's right, man. So you know perfectly that the Lord is going to come at a time that you don't know, man. All right? That's the reason why it says it was not needful for you to know what time and day and hour the Lord's going to return, man. All right? Because guess what? There's another reason why the Lord do that, man. Another reason why the Lord did that is to show your faith, man. All right? Because during that time, if you don't know what time He's coming back, that's shaking a lot of guys' faith, man. All right? The guys that fell out, guys that didn't tarry to the Lord return, all right? They got tired and got impatient with the Lord, all right? And they fell out, man. All right? Because the Lord didn't give them that time, man. But again, that's the reason why the Lord did that, is to show your faith, man, to the end, man. All right?
Real quick, the scripture said, hope deferred maketh the heart sick. Which means that when things don't happen on your time,
right,
and you're expecting them to come, you get sick. And how you get sick? Your mind starts telling you, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this waiting. It's way too much waiting. We had some jakes back before the 2000. They said the Lord don't come at 2000. I'm out of here. They've been saying that before the 2000. So they was giving the Lord a timeline of how long they was willing to wait. So it said, verse 3 said, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right, man. So when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction is going to come upon them, man. All right? Why? Because it feels like, again, like I just read earlier, all right, it feels like it's tearing, man. All right? When it feels like it's tearing, man, like the author was speaking about, he said all kinds of thoughts come into your head. Like a case in point, you think that the Lord's not going to return, you know, this and that and the other. All right?
You missing your life.
Yeah.
Wasting your life.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta find yourself. You gotta find yourself. You know, all those type of thoughts get into your head, man. All right, man, and that's like I just read it, man. It said, "Hope deferred make the heart sick," man. All right, because again, it feels like it's tearing, man. All right, but you gotta wait. All right, you gotta wait patiently for the Lord, man. All right.
Yeah. This is Ecclesiastes, Sirach 2 and verse 13. Yeah, kind. 2 and 12. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands.
Right, man. It said, woe be unto faithful heart and faint hands, man. All right, what? That's that fire being brought down, man. All right, and that's a scary thing, man. All right, when you feel that fire, you know, flickering, you know, and the wind being down on it, man, it's gonna get to a certain point where it's just gonna fizzle out, man. All right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, them faint hands, man. That's putting your hand to the plow and taking your hand off of the plow, man. That's
right.
Having faint hands, man.
Right.
You know, literally falling out the truth. You know, when you faint, you fall out. Faint hands is falling out of the truth, man. Go ahead.
And the sinner that goeth 2 ways.
Right.
Whoa.
And the sinner that goes 2 ways, man. All right. Yeah, hey, there you go. Hey, you took it right out. Right out my mouth. A double-minded man. Yeah, that's it. That's right. You got
Hey, quick precept. Turn it back. Luke 9:62 says, Luke 9:62, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. Hey, when you go into that word fit, it means what? Well placed. All right, to be useful. Okay, so if you put your hand to the plow, which is doing the work of Yahushua, and you look back, which is taking your hand on the plow, stop doing his work, you ain't fit for the kingdom of the Most High. You're not well placed, man.
Right. Yeah. So you taking your hand out the plow, man, and you looking back. Yeah, and we spoke, and I just brought it out, man. So you looking back, you really looking back at your past life, man. How it used to be. How it used to be before you came to the truth, man. But the thing is that, just like Deuteronomy, right, I believe it's in 32, it says, oh, that Israel would consider that latter end, man. Because when you look back at your life, man, you're not considering the end of everything, man. All right? You're not, hey, and looking back, hey, guess what happened? Another case in point, an example, is Lot's wife, man. Why you think the Lord put it in one verse that remember Lot's wife?
Yeah, just one to the point.
straight to the point. The reason he said that is because she was looking at them goodies, man. She was looking back at the life she had, man. Yeah. And that's what Jake do, man. All right, they look back at their previous life and they want to go back to it, man. And guess what? In the end time, they're going to get turned to a pillar of salt, man. They're going to dehydrate and fall away and melt at that fire, man. Right?
Hey, you know what? That's the spirit, because a lot of these so-called quote-unquote female pastors out here, they don't never mention Lot's wife. They'll mention Judas, right? But they scared to touch on Lot's wife because a lot of them fall under that category. Lot's wife almost made it out, but at the end, she thought about everything that she was leaving behind. That's why she turned back. Like, hold on. Yeah, family, friends, that life, but it was burnt up already.
The book of St. Matthew 16:25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Right, man. Whoever finds his life shall lose it, man. All right? You're trying to find your life in this captivity today, man. You're going to lose it, man. All right? But the key point is you got to lose your life, man. All right? You got to lose that previous life that you had, all right? And take on the life, take on this life, man. Which is what? Yahweh Shah, man. All right? That's really taking on the image of Yahweh Shah, man. All right? You put it on life, man. When you put on Yahweh Shah, you put it on life, man. All right? That's where you find your life at, man.
Right.
All right?
This is Sirach 2:13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Hey, the scripture said, woe means what? Massive death and destruction. Woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he shall not be defended. All right, and that defense is gonna, or we are gonna need that defense in the beginning. Which right now we're in the beginning of the time of Jacob's trouble, where it hasn't jumped off to this full potential. So to have defense is to what? Have Yahweh Shah. What the scripture says, Isaiah 33:6. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. That's having defense, man. You know, just like Job had to protect the heads around the battle. You know, we're gonna need those angels, man. So woe unto him that took his hand on the plow. He's not gonna have any defense in that day. You know, faint-hearted, man.
Hey, faint-hearted means weak-minded.
Weak-minded, that's it. That's it. Dude.
It's truth, man. You gotta have a strong mind, man.
Right.
All right? You don't have a strong mind, man, you're gonna fall short, man.
Got another one.
All right? You gotta have a
It's Isaiah 35:3. Strengthen ye the weak hands. Confirm the feeble knees.
Right, and that's what we do when we come out. Week in and week out, man. All right? Feeding the argument and the alcohol who believe in Yahweh Shah this lamb dinner, man.
Right.
You know, strengthening them, man.
Right.
You know?
Because we know how I get out here, man.
Right.
Like, some days you on fire and some days kind of like falling off, man. So you need that.
Yeah, that's right. That's a slug, I may add too. All right, about strengthening the hands. All right, and strengthening the feeble knees. All right, is by giving them this word, man. Like I was speaking about, man. All right, why? Because this word, what Yahweh Shah compared this word as the bread of life, man. All right, and also the living water, man.
Beautiful.
Because the thing is, the living bread and this living water is what give you nourishment, man. All right, it basically refreshes your spirit, man. Refreshes your body, man. Yeah, it revitalizes you, man. All right, it keeps you going, man. It gives you energy. All right.
And may I add to you? What happens when you feel nauseous? When you feel faint-hearted? You need to eat. Okay, that's what this word is to us, man. All right, that's why
Like the ox saying, in the physical. That's what you do, in the physical. Like the ox saying, in the spiritual.
Yeah, like the ox said, man. In the physical, when you feel faint-hearted and nauseous, you're like, man, I ain't gonna come to this. I ain't 4, 5, 6 hours. You lack nutrients, man. All right, but this is the scriptures to us and the ones that believe. All right, we gotta continue in this truth, man.
There's a race, man. How else you gonna stay fit for the race when you don't take care of the race?
Okay, I say too, you know, like you ever notice the marathon, they stop and they throw water on it. Fresh and saturated.
Because you can burn out in this truth, man. That's why the scriptures say, the race is not to the swift. It's a whole marathon, man. You don't know when the Lord coming back. You pray that he come and hasten the day, but you know the prophecies got to be fulfilled. So you can't just be ready trying to be in and out of this thing. We got certain guys, they come and they want to learn in one day. But tell me now what this is. We look at them like they're crazy, because you know how many years brothers got behind this just to learn what we know now? It takes time.
That's why they say, finish the course. The meal, that's not one city. It's like that, just gobble down. Really, when you want etiquette, man, certain places, you don't even eat everything at one time. So they got like desserts, they got free, they got appetizers. And Jake don't even want to get 5-course meals. Jake don't know no parsley. I'm saying Jake knows fast food. Right? When you develop a royal mentality, you develop patience, man. Because when you become a king, it's a grooming process. You are under a tutelage, you know, under the tutelage, man. You raised and being groomed right now. So like the brother said, it's patient, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit, because it's like in France, so over there in Europe, they lunch breaks is like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They break. They break.
2 glasses of wine.
Right.
They drink 2 glasses of wine. All right. When they do, they take their lunch break. You know what I'm saying? And the world looking at them like, how they get anything done? You know what I'm saying? But it's
I got a quick question.
I was saying like this. I was saying about race. Another thing is like turtle and the rabbit. Turtle takes his time, you know, paces himself. Rabbit, we're gonna get there, then eventually burn himself up.
Right.
Turtle right past him.
Being straight strategic. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. You speak about who earnestly seek me. You know what I'm saying? They would just seek. They would really seek me.
Adam one said what the turtle did. He was straight past. He didn't go off that path he was on. And he finished that race, man. And he was first. He kept walking.
What happened was the reason why the rabbit fell out. The rabbit, he got comfortable. He didn't approach it with a sense of urgency. The rabbit thought, somebody did it. Rabbit, because it ain't that, like, when you notice certain men, they just say like the apostles, right? I'm looking like the apostle of something like that. They be dropping videos and they going hard body, right? But they was built that way. I'm gonna give you a best example, like a car, right? You might have a Ferrari. Him going 100 ain't fast to him because he was built that way. But you might be a car that goes 100, 120 max. So now you burning yourself out.
A luxury car to a race car.
Yeah, because you might have a car that's built a certain way. It might look like he's going fast, but he really just going in a pace with the way he was built. You know what I mean? But then you have another car, if he try to go 100 now, he burning himself out. He got 85 on the dash. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 25. It's Proverbs 25 and 16.
Oh, that's bad. Bring that out. That's
Has thou found honey?
Right, have thou found honey? Because we were just saying that behind the closed door. Like, you got statues and relics up here, right? These Edomites know what that's about. But Jake, we just waking up. We don't know what that's about. You just think that's a statue, man, just for the eye, you know, pleasing on the eye, man. That's why we just saw the Edomite over there taking a picture with his little girl. So they know what that's about, right? But now I say that to say this. When you come into this truth, this is honey to you. Now, did you know this? I know everybody should know this probably, but you know you can't give a baby honey, man? Think about that, man. You can't even give a baby honey. So, why? Because their stomach ain't lined. Their stomach ain't strong. They ain't got enough acid in their stomach to break that honey down. You do that? Break that honey down.
Rightly divided.
That's why it was meant for us not to come right in the truth, man. That's why it was meant for you to start off being whatever you was before you found out the truth. The Lord knew what he was doing, man. That's why it was meant for you to begin to be a football player first, or a rapper first, or a boxer first. Because you weren't ready for the honey yet, man. Because that's true. A baby can't even eat honey, right? Go ahead.
None. Has thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee.
Right, that's sufficient for you, man. Because everybody got a measure, or everybody a cup. Like you consider 20 ounce or 3 liters. Yeah, measure. So it might take you longer to be sealed. It might take you longer to get enough Because when you fill up, when you seal, then you pour out. You pour out the Spirit. You know? What?
St. Matthew 13. And, St. Matthew chapter 13 and 8. It says, but other fell unto good ground and brought forth fruit.
Hold up. Where you at? Start. Get the whole thing. Because that proves separation too.
Get it, bro. Get it, bro.
That proves separation right there. The word is somebody to the seed, right? Go finish that off. But hold up before you do, right? The seed fell on some stony, some good, some by the wayside. That's separation, man. All of it wasn't good. Go ahead.
Lest thou be filled therewith and vomited.
Yep, which you feel when it's bumming it up, man. Yeah, that lamb, the outside don't sit well with you. Because the Lord you start catching hell, man. You start going through certain shit, then you awake. Yep, you got something?
Yeah, the scriptures say, because on one of them, I guess the stony, the seed that fell by the stony, it said the rich of this world,
Yep, the cares of the world.
choke them, the blood and the cares of the world and the riches choke them, man, and they fall out. You know, so you're gonna have some that start taking that honey, start eating it, but they race was short. Their race was temporary. Their season was short. It was cut short, and they wasn't supposed to finish the course. That's why the scriptures say, "He that endureth unto the
Yeah,
end."
that's the cause of the contract.
I'll be saved. So we in here, but we got the fear still on us
Yeah.
because we trying to make it into the end of this thing,
Right,
man.
come on, bro. You good? Come on.
You come on that way. Hey, I was telling y'all that earlier today. I was talking to coronavirus. I'm like, hey, you get school. Hey, man, everybody is the Lord can do. Hey, we all fit to be destroyed, man. I mean, the Lord is justified to put all of us together. But you can't never come in the spirit like you made it, man.
Yeah.
That's that one clause in the contract that you can't overlook. You got to endure until the end. This is a day for day. That's why the scripture says your daily bread. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Revelation chapter 10, verse 10. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Right. Hey, that little book.
Bring it out.
That little brief on top of.
Verse 10, it says, I took the little book out of the angel's hand.
Yeah, so John Patmos was taking the book, which is the King James version, out of the angel's hand.
Oh, can I say something too real quick? This little book has been stuck to the smartphone now. That's the little book. You got the right there.
It says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up.
That's right. So how did John Patmos eat it up? Mentally. He mentally ate it, man. He digested it in his spiritual man. All right? Not physically eating it. Okay? He understood it. That's right. Those that have the ears to hear. That's right. He understood it. Go ahead.
That's why it's a saying in the world called food for thought.
That's it. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So he took it in, he took it in his mind. Man.
Beautiful.
All right? Which in your mind, right? It said that's where the seed of the spirit is. Man. All right? It says, again, it's verse 10, it says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey.
Right.
And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Hey, it's good to know that you're a prince of the power. It's good to know that Yahweh Shah is coming back to deliver those that believe. All of those are sweet things of this honey. All right, but once you learn that, hey, if your mother don't accept this truth, those are the bitter things, man. All right, the bitter things are knowing that, hey, you don't know that you a part of the elect no or not, man. Those are the bitter. That's why the brother said you got to endure until the end, man.
Endure means from the Latin enduro, right, which means to make hard.
Right.
Yep. So you be made. That's where you get the word durable from.
Right.
Yeah, you made hard. You made to last. You gotta last until the end of this thing, man. Right. And all of these things hit you. What hit you? Like was that bitter that hit you? Like the brother said. Everything else that come with the truth, that ain't so pleasant to hear. Right. You got certain people that teach the Bible, but they like to teach very specific precepts out of the Bible. Smooth things, because it makes anything too drastic out of the Bible will make the congregation flee.
Right.
A lot of people can't take, or they're not built to take what's really truly in the Bible.
That's right.
Which is, I think it's a scripture that says it is war. Pestilence. There's a lot of painful things to be able to understand in the scriptures, which is basically, for once, the downfall of this society. Right? This place, eventually, this place is out of here. It's done. Now, what the Lord has prepared is a salvation for His elect, the ones that believe in Him. All right? Which are of the nation of Israel. Okay? All right.
This is the book of Ezekiel 2. Then start at verse 9. It says, then when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentation and mourning and woe.
You're right. And lamentation meaning like if anybody got a better definition. Yeah, like a loud cry, lament, like a wailing. All right. So it says it is written what?
It was written within and without lamentations.
Lamentation. In this book, you're gonna find lamentation. You're gonna find wailing. Go ahead.
Lamentations, mourning.
Mourning. Well, you know, nobody likes to be sad. Hell, if you go to your doctor and he's telling you sad, he's gonna give you a prescription pill to try to get you to stop being sad. They're gonna say you got you have depression of the mind. But all throughout the Bible is written things of mourning. Right. Like the coming woe, the coming destruction of the society.
Right.
All right, read on.
It says in woe.
In woe, which is destruction.
Right.
And so all throughout the scriptures, let me get Amos 9 and 8, you're going to find occurrences where this great city, great Babylon, mystery Babylon according to the Bible, which is America, is going to be destroyed with a sore destruction.
Right.
Right. Which is not just any destruction.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh yeah, that's the kicker. Wait a minute, because in Trump's America, this place is supposed to continue. Yeah. This place is supposed to get better with time. Yeah, the economy supposed to rebound. We all supposed to be back on our feet. It's going to be like it was once great again. But that's not prophecy according to the Bible. That's false prophecy.
Right.
The real prophecy tells you about a bunch of hell that's about to come take place on this very soil that we on now, man.
Right.
You got it? Yeah. It's Matthew chapter 13, verse 21.
You want to say?
Oh, boy.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 21. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth.
Now here you got certain James. Now they in the truth. They do it for a while. There go that word endure again. They hard for a while. They sustain it because as soon as you get in the truth, demons right up at your doorstep. All right? They got the GPS on you all day. The demon don't got to hit nobody else. They go right to your mind, man, and mess with your spirit. Have you thinking you Edomite or something, man? There's all types of demons out there. If you don't believe in demons, just look out in the world. Look out in society, man. Look how many people done turned and said they gay now. Really, regular Jakes is homo now. All right? All right? Yeah, trend and all that. That's a demon. In the time of the Lord, there was many demons around. The Lord would go up to this man who was dumb and lame, and there was a demon on him that would make this man throw himself on the floor and beat himself up in front of everybody. And nobody knew what to do about it. When the Lord casted that demon out, that man was fine again. So the demons is real in the scriptures, they real in real life, man. And so you got to fight those demons as well when they rise upon you. Which is rebuking the spirit of Satan in the name of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. It's that simple. Saying a prayer to make the Lord have a covering over you while you go about your day.
If I may add too, right? That's why the Apostle Paul declares it's a fight, man. All right? It's a constant battle and it's a constant fight, man. All right? I mean, that's the thing about it, man. You're not gonna periwinkle your way into the kingdom, man. All right? You're not gonna slide into the kingdom, man. You're gonna have to fight for that, man. All right? But that's why it's also as well, right? When the Apostle Paul compared that to fighting, right? Even when Paul, right, when he finished his course, he said, "Look, I fought the good fight, man. All right, and I finished my course. All right. Therefore, it's a crown laid up in store for him, man. Right. And that's exactly what we want, man. But you got to fight for it, man. All right. You got to fight the spiritual, the high powers the spiritual wickedness in high places, man. All right, the demons, man. All right.
And to lay it back, the scripture says, Paul also said, I fight it for the mastery, which means mastery meaning the number one prize, the crown. The mastery is the crown that we have to achieve. And he said, I don't fight like one that beateth the air. And what that means is that you might be in a fight and you're doing all of this, but you ain't connected. Yeah, you shadow boxing with the guy, you ain't laying nothing. What matters is the hits, not the misses. You know, so you're not like one that beateth the air, but you making contact. So everything you do is more strategic now. All right, you setting up them prayers strategically. Not like when you was young, you just pray over dinner, and it was just a thing to do. Nothing you do anymore should be of just going with the motions. It's all strategic now. All right, we depending on these prayers, man. I got it.
Starting verse 21 again, it said, yet hath he not root in himself, but endure for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Right, you're going to catch tribulation in the world, just being an Israelite. But because of the word, it's going to be a specific type of tribulation. It's going to be a more spiritual, demonic type of tribulation. Because your eyes is open to more now. Your eyes is open to different variations of demons out here now. Right? And so it says, because he was not rooted. Now in this scripture is likened into a plant, into a tree. That's hence the word seed. You being sown, right? And so when a good tree has to do what? It has to spring forth roots into the ground. And the reason for that is so that it doesn't get knocked over. When you believe in this word, there's all types of things that'll knock you up out of this truth. Satan is like a roaring lion seeking who can devour. Going to and fro.
What you're saying about the root. It says, St. John 15:4, abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye, except ye abide in me.
Which is the vine is in the branch is Yahweh Shah. And so everything we abide in is Yahweh Shah. He's the chief cornerstone, right? He's our foundation, he's our rock. And so we're not doing this on our own circumstances. We're preaching the words of the Bible, which is the foundation of this word is Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
Because he says, it is written of me. I come in the volume of the book.
Verse 5, it says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth fruits. For without me, ye can do nothing.
It is, man. Without Yahweh Shah, he's the foundation. It don't go on without him. We ain't Old Testament Hebrew Israelites that don't believe the Messiah ever came. Our foundation, our rock is Yahweh Shah. You want to finish out, bro?
I got some for you. This is the book of Ephesians 6, and I'm going to start at verse Ephesians 6, I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Ephesians 6 and 16. Above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Robert mentioned boxing, but this is a spiritual fight we have here, man. So there's supplies that you need when you go into any fight. All right, there's supplies for a warrior is a helmet, a breastplate, armor, different forms of armor. A sword. This is our sword. This is what cuts. All right. That's all we gotta bring out to cut somebody.
That goes into those garments too. That armor is a garment. Because the Lord might throw different stuff at you, but it's saying the same thing. You ain't got those the armor on, you naked. That translates to the garment. So,
That's what I'm saying.
I heard that before.
Yeah,
Hey, continuing on from 17, and take the helmet of salvation.
Take the helmet of salvation. Hey, this thing revolves around hope. If you ain't know yet, it is impossible to please him without faith, man.
Right.
You got to start with faith, man. That means you got to believe in it. So all these prophecies we just read don't mean anything to you if you don't believe in them. And that's what Jake do. He heard the Bible and he said, man, look, but you know, he's still anchored into this world so much that he ain't dealing with prophecy, he ain't dealing with faith. He ain't dealing with things to come. As the scripture says, these are your enemies shall be friends with you. You know, and make your enemies at peace with you. Right. You know, Esau gonna win. You know, but that's what we're dealing with, faith, man. So the scripture said again.
Read it again. It's Ephesians 6:17. And take the helmet of salvation and the word of the Spirit.
So we ain't running into this battle naked. We got everything we need, man.
That's right.
So when you out there in this society, man, whatever hell you catching, just know. Light it up. Load it up.
It says, which is the word of the Most High, praying always all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplications of all saints. It says, and for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mysteries of the gospel.
There it is, man. Boldly to make known the mysteries of the gospel, man.
That's right.
Because this scripture, these words that's written in the Bible, it's a mystery, it's something hard to be revealed, hard to understand, simply. And so everybody just can't pick these words up and be able to break it down on their own. Going into how the Egyptian eunuch in that situation where he needed teaching, right? Who is that? Read it that because a lot of Jakes, they just got a spirit on them right now where they just want to do anything on their own. Jake got a real territorial, you know,
Because they mama talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, emotions, man. They move off emotions.
Not rational.
Not rational. Not logical.
That's pride, man. Is it? Because they think that I got it all figured out. I know how to, this and that together, man.
grown now.
Yeah, they can't go to other men that's been seasoned in the word to learn, man. And that's the hardest thing with Jake, man. Jake to humble down and actually learn from another.
Hey, I was shocked. Hey, we remember the instance where the disciples asked Yahushua once again, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called the child unto him. All right? Which meaning, what? If you be like a child with the book of Ecclesiastes, 3 and 18, like 3 and 18. Yeah.
This book of Sirach 3 and 18, the greater thou art. This is Sirach 3 and verse 17. It says, my son, go. This Sirach 3 and verse 16. It says, he that forsaketh his father is a blasphemer, and he that agreeth angereth his mother slacketh is a curse of the Most High. Verse 17, my son, go on with thy business in meekness.
Hey, what's the business? What's the main business? It's doing this work, man. All right? If you're a son of Yahweh Yahushua, you got a humble spirit. To be humble, that's a spiritual thing. That's an inward thing, man. That ain't that carnal, man, to be humble. Just because you come crouching, that don't mean you humble. All right? Go ahead.
He says, so shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved.
That's right. Who is approved? Who has been approved? We all know the Most High is approved, but who has been approved that came to the flesh? All right? Yahushua. All right? Because he came to do the work of the Most High. He finished it and he was approved. Meaning he was glorified by the Most High. So read that again.
Read this again. It's Sirach 17 and Sirach 3 and verse 17. My son, go on with thy business in meekness, so shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved.
So you shall be beloved of Yahushua. If you go on in thy business with meekness, keep reading.
Verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
So the more you get an increase of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High through Yahushua, right, the more humble that you should be. And that's compatible to that little child that Yahushua called unto him to show you who is going to be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. What is the kingdom of heaven? It's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The scripture says what? The kingdom of heaven is within you. All right, which meaning it's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. How do you get a greater portion of the kingdom? It's to be humble, as to be as a little child, as to be as a sponge. All right, to be humble enough and to willing to be taught. That's right. Moldable. That's it. To be molded like that clay. Go ahead.
You can read it again, continue on. And thou shalt find favor before the Lord.
Yeah, so that's how you find favor. Jump back to the Acts.
This is the book of Acts 8, and I'm going to start at verse 26. It says, and the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, arise and go toward the south unto the way, and go down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. It says, and he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an Enoch, of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasures, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship.
Can I say something real quick? Keep that in mind. The scriptures made a conscious effort to give you the status of this man. He was a great authority. So that means he had some rank, man. So keep that in mind. So this is a person with rank, right? But watch his approach.
Continuing on at verse 28, it says, was returning and sitting in his chariot, and is in red Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to this chariot.
Yeah, he was reading Isaiah.
Isaiah. Okay, so like it's verse 30, it says, and Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest?
Isaiah 53. So he said, understandest thou what thou readest? Go ahead.
Verse 31, it says, and he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come and sit with him.
He know he needed a teacher.
Hey, that's heavy, right? He had rank though. Right. He was on a high level, so if anything, it would say that he would be blinded by pride. Right. He would say, you know what, man? I'm a high-ranking official in Candace's army. I'm over her treasury. You know? Who are you, man? You know what I mean? He humbled himself. That spirit right there is Lord.
That shows the attributes of a wise man who knows he needs help. Yeah. And ain't too proud to acknowledge that. Because who's really going to succeed? The ones that got helpers, or the ones that think they know it all, man?
Well, hey, can I say to you, if you sick, if you got this old John Wayne spirit, you don't check it out. You don't die, man. You got to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? You know they tell you like go see a physician or something, right? So you got to, first of all, comes what? Acknowledge it. You got to acknowledge that you sick. Right. Then you got to go and you got to make an appointment with the physician, man. And we, the private son, and we, the entrances into this house, man, of healing. So you got to be willing to come to us. And, the scriptures tell you that. I think that's in is that Ecclesiastes 3? I'm not mistaken myself. Bow down that is one. You ain't got to get it, but you got to bow down yourself and listen, man. Okay. Like the brother going into. Yeah, we got to
Matthew chapter 9, verse 12. But when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, they that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick.
They that be whole need not a physician or a doctor, but they that be sick. All right, so you got a lot of Israelites that come up, and they up and down, they tell themselves that tell us they know. They only got to be taught. They understand it, but we'll bring out the basics to them. And they don't understand it, man. And we know that they don't understand it because they be on this side or they be sitting here listening. The scripture tell you when you come to the house of the Lord, hold thy foot, which means what? Basically, you holding your peace. You're not saying much. It's better to be. There's another scripture. It's be swift to hear and slow to speak. The mark of a fool is his speech, man. The scripture, as a matter of fact, it tells you that the tongue is an unruly evil. And who can tame it? You know? So your tongue gets you in trouble, man. In Proverbs, it tell you that, even a fool will seemeth wise if he hold his speech. If he hold his tongue, if he don't say nothing. Somebody will stake a whole fool for wise because he ain't blabbing it off like the rest of the fools do. So the whole point is to be taught, man, while the grace period that we in is still here. But people take this period for nothing, man. And so when the time is come, when we not here no more, and the severity and the price, the stock of this thing is just gonna rise up, man, to the sky. That's why Matthew 25 it said they're gonna be foolish virgins who ain't took enough oil, and they're gonna be seeking for men that had enough oil, took extra. Meaning not only did we learn the basics, but we kept studying in this thing, we kept learning, we took more oil, and then we're gonna tell them go buy somewhere else, man. Because when that time is up, it's up, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs, for of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease.
How to
brother.
It says learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. The apostles of Great Millstone are great men. They great men. And when you learn from a man, your whole life changes. Your whole spirit changes. How you deal with certain situations is supposed to change. You're supposed to get smarter as time goes on. You're not supposed to find yourself in the same situations as you when you were 16 years old. You're 32 now. You in the same, locked up in the same precinct, going through the same problems with drugs. You're supposed to age with grace, man. Gracefully. And so amongst great men, you can do that. Here it is. The scriptures tell you it's able to make the simple wise. That's what the scriptures do to you, man. It takes out all that leaven that you got in you, all that false ideologies, all your own opinions, your own vain opinions, but you got many of those, and it roots them out, man. If it's not founded in these scriptures, it's rooted out. You got it, bro.
Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding.
And whose wisdom is this, man? Whose knowledge is it? Is it the apostles' knowledge? It's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah's knowledge, man. Passed down through our apostles, man. All right? This is generations old wisdom that we once had and knew, believed in. Right? This is our legacy, man. This is our foundation. This is everything we ever stood for. And so it's all coming back. It doesn't matter how it come back to you, man. Or through what man, through what vehicle. As the saying goes, don't shoot the messenger. The messenger, you want to preserve him and keep him alive, man. And that's why Paul always spoke about, shall we not reap, he says, shall I not reap carnal things, giving you spiritual things? And so you take care of your apostles, man. You take care of the elders, man. We do that. We make sure, to our best ability, we make sure that they good. Because you want to keep this message flourishing for the rest of the elect. You got it, bro.
And to give answer as need required.
Right. And sometimes, you could be the type to just overspeak, overtalk, do everything too much extra. But the spirit of the Lord, it gives you humility to just anchor you down, man. Have you just stop, and just hear the discourse of the elders, man. Instead of buck up. Because the spirit that was on me, I speak for myself. When I first came upon the apostles, my spirit, what I told the brother, is I was thinking, well, now y'all got to prove to me that y'all the men. I had like a proud spirit on me, but that's what you get in the world. That's what you get from your mother, from years, man, of being a mama's boy and all of this, man. That's what you get from being emotional. All right, not having strict fatherly discourse all your life. That's what you get. So imagine how much we behind. We gotta, if anything, we should be more humble now, because we got a lot to work. We got a lot to learn in a short period of time.
Yeah, the brother spoke about, hey, the more you in this truth, you're supposed to get wise, right? Which, the scripture speaks of that. This is 1 Corinthians 3:18. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, so if any man among us seemeth to be wise in this world, and we was once those guys, right? Ephesians chapter 2 speaks of that. Those that was once of this world, that has been quickened by this quickening spirit. All right, it says, if any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. All right, so that means what? Well, when you come into this truth, all right, you may be wise to this world. You may know things about auto mechanics. You may know how to hustling on the streets. history, all right? Hey, you might know how to fucking build a skyscraper, man, all right? But all that shit is count as foolishness to the wisdom of the Most High.
It turns to a fool.
Yeah, it turns to a fool.
If you ask somebody for directions, you just turn to a fool, man.
Right.
You just sit in the seat of the student. You got to sit in the seat of the student, man.
Right. So when you come into this truth, man, you got to regurgitate everything that you thought you knew. All right. Even, hey, you could be right about certain things, but that's not supreme knowledge and wisdom. You may have knowledge. You may know about certain things, but to know about them, to understand and receive the RFID chip / NFC chip, to know the way that the elect is going to be saved, that's supreme knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. All right. So that's us being made wise. All right. As the scripture says, I'm gonna read one more time, 1 Corinthians 3:18, let no man deceive himself, deceiving yourself, making yourself thinking that you're doing right, but you're doing fucking wrong. You're fooling your damn self. Hey, that's a lethal weapon.
Don't play yourself.
Don't play yourself. Hey, that's something to deceive the masses, but you deceiving your damn self? Hey, that's a lethal weapon. It's 1 Corinthians 3:18, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seeming to be wise in this world, knowing the knowledge of this world, let him become a fool. And that's coming to this truth. You can know things of this world, but when you come to this truth, become a fool. Meaning, be as Yahushua said, as this little child, man. Knowing that you don't know nothing when it comes to the supreme knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the kingdom of heaven. It says that he may become wise. And how you become wise, regurgitating things that you thought you know in this world and receiving this true lamb dinner, man. That's how you become wise. And that's what I mean.
Rock, chapter 38, this is at verse 31. All these trust in their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they
That's
will.
dealing with like the men that you see building these streets. You can't really get on a person who don't really come into the truth, because God created them to build a city. Matter of fact, what about you at?
This is around 38. What, 33 or 32?
Jump. Where you at? What verse you at?
I'm at 32.
Jump up a couple of verses. Read that. It's about 20 minutes.
I bet that verse 28. The Sirach, chapter 38, verse 28, it said, the smith also sitting by the anvil, and considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wasted his flesh.
Right, because you got men that build, they work, they toil out here. The Lord created them to do that, man. See? Go ahead.
And he fighteth with the heat of the furnace.
Right. They knuckles busted up. Go ahead.
The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears.
You got men and what? That's all his conversation about, man. Yeah, work, take measures, you know? Go ahead.
And his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh.
Yeah, go ahead.
He setteth his mind to finish his work.
Right, so you can't get on a guy that's building and working.
Yeah.
The Lord set them up to do that. Because how can you be able to function without somebody? How you gonna have a house?
Right. We need them.
Yeah, we need them. You know, go ahead.
And washeth to polish it perfectly.
Go ahead.
So that the potter sitting at his work and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work.
Right, he carefully set at his work. So the guy like that will never have time to come to the truth. Go ahead.
And maketh all his work by number.
Go ahead.
He fashioned the clay with his arm and bowed down his strength before his feet.
Go ahead.
He applied himself to lead it over. And he is diligent to make clean the furnace.
Right, yeah, he's diligent in his work. Go ahead.
All these trust in their hands.
Right, they trust in their hands, which is carnal. That's physical, man. They trust in their hands. Like these people, they can't come into this truth, man. Cause they gotta trust in going, pushing 40 hours this week, paying their bills, man. Although we have to do stuff like that, but we know ultimately that how about you outside control everything. Go ahead.
Right. And everyone is wise in his work.
Right, and they wise in their work, man. Go ahead.
Without
the Lord gave them that wisdom. Go ahead.
Without these,
see, without these, so you can't. Everybody can't come in the truth, man. You can't just curse a person out because they ain't willing to come. You know, the Lord created them to do what they do. That's that whole that.
Ecclesiastes 11:10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent, and if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing.
Right, yeah, so you shouldn't be getting into this, getting into that, man. So you just do whatever you were built to do. All right, go ahead.
It says, without these cannot a city be inhabited.
Right, so without these people that's building these buildings, these architects, these construction workers, then the city can't be inhabited. So they play a role too. Everybody got their lot, man. Go ahead.
And they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. They shall not be sought for in public council.
Yeah, so but you're not going to seek out a construction worker, all right, sheet rock, you know what I mean? Sheet metal mechanic in matters concerning the mark of the beast. That's right. You don't want to hear that, man. He can't give you answers. We are going to be sought in public council, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation.
Right, so they not, this the congregation, man. We was created to do this, man. Right. You know, go ahead.
They shall not sit on the judge's seat.
Right. They shall not sit in the judge's seat. Somebody give me 2 Corinthians 6 and I think that's 6 and 2. Give me that real quick. Go ahead, I can continue.
It said they shall not sit on the judge's seat.
Right, sit on the judge's seat, because right now that's what you're witnessing, man. The Lord is polishing up and grooming judges, you know, the next judges of the planet Earth. That's what you're seeing right now. You witness the next kings of the planet Earth, man. Although it might be a hard thing to digest, because we don't have power in our hand, you know, as it concerns a standing army. You know, we look feeble, man, till they make it out there. That's right. We the next ruler. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead, get this real quick.
In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, 2, it said, do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Right, the saints shall judge the world, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Right, so that's what we were saying to do. You have people, like you had that nigga Charlemagne the God talking about how people, you forget, after you self-judge. You don't even understand what's going into it, right? Somebody got to judge, man. Shit, Esau judging you because he's in power pretty much right now. But as we continue to watch, you can see that power being transitioning over to us. If you pay attention, go ahead, up.
Yeah, continuing on, it says they shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment.
Right, so these people out here, they're not going to understand the sentence of judgment. These dark sayings, these grave sentences, man, which require a man to understand this shit like hey, that's what makes it true precious, man. If everybody could get it, then it's true. Hey, when you consider something that's precious, it might be a limited edition, a Lotus, a Testarossa, a car. They might make 300 in the world, a certain Rolex or whatever, man. An ancient relic in a museum. It's a select few, right? So that what makes it precious, man. Yeah, one of a kind. So everybody can't come into this truth. You got more? Go ahead.
It says they cannot declare justice and judgment.
Right, they can't declare justice and judgment because first of all, you got to identify and target the corporate, man. When you go into the court of law, you got to have a suspect, man. What they call it, the suspect. You got the plaintiff and the suspect, man. And really, the plaintiff go back to the complaint. Oh, matter of fact, give me Luke with the widow, Percival's widow. Because the plaintiff, Steve, there you go, Steve, diligent in the law.
Steve
ain't play. He lost fruit and all this. Still going. Hey, you got that Luke?
Yeah, Luke 18.
Go ahead.
This book of Luke.
Yeah, before you can drag somebody into court, you got to identify and target them as being a suspect. So that's why scripture say they can read that one more time about what you just read.
Yep. It says they cannot declare justice and judgment.
So these people can't declare justice and judgment because first and foremost, they don't know who the suspect is, man. That was given to us. They can talk all, they can have a million-man march, but they can't tell you who is the source of the wickedness. They can't tell you why you're in the position you're in, man. Guess what? The Lord gave us the foresight to see that, man. You got those flashlights. Yeah, go ahead,
This is on Zechariah 11:5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So not only do you have to know who is guilty, but the same one that's telling you he's not guilty, he's the guilty one. You know, I'm gonna read it again. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And that's what happened when you pull up, when you watch cops. But they say, look, me. That's Esau, man. Esau, that's one thing about Esau too. He's not willing to accept accountability, man. This devil point fingers at everybody but himself, man. Hey, you know what prove that? When you go into like the ocean being polluted, different animals at the brink of extinction. What's the mankind? Mankind. They don't say the so-called white. They say mankind. We need to stop this. Mankind has obliterated that. No, you did it, man. You devils did it, man. Yeah, come on.
It says,
you Edomites did it. When you say the name Edom, you see that? It resonated in people, it resonated in their spirit, man. Yeah, go ahead.
and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Right, because these devils, they think that the Most High with them, man. They think that they have overcome because the Lord was with them. All right? Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They're all of them.
Yeah, who robbed you? The suspect. A criminal robbed you. Which when you go into the word criminal and go back to crimson, man, which translates to red. Right. That's where you get that phrase, get caught red-handed. So-called white man is the criminal, man, that robbed and spoiled you, man. We the prey, man. You know? We the victim, man. Hey, they try to make it as if they the victim. That's Esau too. They like to act like they victim, man. Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Hey, Esau like to do this. He said, hey man, we agree with you. It's those Jewish bastards. We don't like them Jews either, man. We need to bound together. Nah, y'all in the same boat. Right. Y'all Amalek just one tribe out of Edom. Y'all blessings, man.
And that shows that they're a bunch of wild dogs, man. Like, if you throw out a piece of steak to a bunch of dogs, they're not going to rationalize it out and split it up. First, they're going to kill each other to get it. That's what happened with Esau, man. Amalekites got it, man. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah. Isaiah 42 and 22.
That's an Amalekite right there, man. Yeah, go ahead.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared and holes.
Yeah, snared and holes. Okay? That's dealing with what? The different pitfalls in Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
There's different pitfalls set up, man, to snare you jakes, man. And it's really in the form of the legislation and laws that they got set up, man.
Right.
Because everything they write is an effort to jam up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's why when you go into that word system, it really go back to the pit, man. And when you look up that word pit, it says a place for trapping lions, man. All right. Yep, go ahead.
Continuing on, and they are hid in prison houses.
Yeah, in prison houses, which big picture that come out of America, man. Because you know, Jacob reads that and says, yo, man, I got an uncle in prison. You can apply that, but really that's going into America. America is the ultimate prison house, man. Right.
Nahum 3 and 1.
Yeah, that's it.
It says, woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery.
Yeah, and what's the bloody city? And these are things that only a wise man will do, man. He'll ask, what is the bloody city? That's why when you go into Esau and Edom, when you come across Malachi, the first chapter, if you got any mental capacity, you would say, well, who the hell is Esau, man? That's how you learn, man. Woo, come on, man. And that's what a baby do. A baby asks, what's that? What's that? Yeah, baby got 1,000 questions.
It says, woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robberies, the prey, the potter's not.
Yeah, this is hey man, it's full of lies and robberies, man. Because they robbed they took everything from us, man.
Right.
Okay? They even took your nationality. Somebody get that too in Micah. Micah, the second chapter, start at the top. Go ahead. You got more? Oh, come on, bring it out.
It's Numbers 35 and 33. So you shall not pollute the land wherein you are.
Right, you shall not pollute the land wherein you are. Go ahead.
For blood and defile of the land.
Yeah, you can't tell me that this place wasn't built on bloodshed, man. It tells you that. I think that's what Revelation. Yeah, there you go. You got to do that to Jake. You got to give him the visual, man. Picture book, man. Picture book. That's what you give a kid.
Tangible evidence there.
Oh, hey, when you go into the court of law, the highest conviction rate is based upon what? Audio and video, man.
Right.
We got the audio and video on you devils, man.
Right.
We caught you red-handed, man. You guilty of that right there, man.
Guilty
And you thought all of a sudden it would just go away, man. No, yeah. It's not going to go away, man. That's why the scriptures say that the Lord remind, this is the remembrance right here. God stirring up the poor remembrance of Jacob, man. That's right. Come on, bring it out.
Read on back in Numbers 35:33. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Right, so that's the only way we can make things right, man. Right. We don't want no reparations, man. None of that, man. We don't need no pat on the back, man. None of that, man. Okay? We want you, man. And they tell you that in Isaiah the 60th chapter, how they're gonna bring themselves to us. They're gonna come bowing and they're gonna bring themselves to us. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Was it what you had up? All right, come on.
Finishing this out, it says, and they are hid in prison houses. They are all for a prey, and none delivereth for a spoil, and none.
Hold up, read that again.
Starting from the top, Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared and hold.
Right. If I get robbed, I do a police report. That means it's a corporate. Somebody robbed me. So if I got robbed, who robbed me, man?
Right.
And that's what we're here to do. We're here to identify and target the robber, man. That's you devils, man. And right now, you'll be hard pressed, man. You out of your mind to come up against us now. I dare you to come up and say that what we saying is off now, man. All this information out here, man. Go ahead.
And they are hid in prison. And they are hid in prison houses.
Right, we are hid in prison houses, man. These devils got us trapped.
Yeah.
That's why scriptures say they hold their oppressors, but they don't let their oppressors go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, that's good. Yeah, go ahead.
They are for a prey and none delivereth. Yeah. For a spoil.
We go back like Nelson Mandela, man. They showing props to that nigga. They didn't come deliver us, man. Like all them Hamites, they knew that we was the Israelites. They knew about what the so-called white man did to our people, man. Right. The atrocities and crimes, the ill dealings and treacherous acts shown towards the people on this side, man. Right. They didn't come to our aid, man. Come on, right?
Well,
that's why the scripture said, who shall pity us, man? Hey, Jake naked out here, man. It's a house, man. Out of this big world, there's a house that the Lord has built. And only we was able to find that protection. Matter of fact, hold that. Somebody, you got something? Come on, man. Come on.
That goes to the parable of the prodigal son. Yep. So he went off, man.
Did he find his way home? Oh, we know another one? Isaiah the 1st chapter. That's where safety at, man. If you can make it home, if you can only make it home, man. Well, guess what? We have found the pavilion of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. The Lord called us in this house, man. And guess what? That separates us from the elements of the outside world, man. Come on, huh?
That's right. It says they're all for a prey and none delivered for a spoil, and none says restore.
Yeah, and none said restore. Whoever said, hey, get those so-called Negro, man, I'm telling you, man, come on, man. That shit gets, hey, man, that's why the scripture said a person make up a wise man angry. Because they gave them goops. They gave them goops. Reparations, man.
20 racks.
They gave all, and it's well documented what the fuck they did to our people, man.
Every immigrant nation that came over to America got all types of grants to start their business. And you'll never hear about this. Millions of dollars to spread out. That's how America spread out all the way to the West. It was giving immigrants grants as soon as they came over here from Europe. But none of that money ever reached Jake's hands. No. They call you, they say if you, the only free money Jake get, which is welfare, they bash us for it every day.
Yeah.
But here it is, they'll take all types of thousands of millions, trillions of dollars from the government, all right? And you don't hear about that side. Because that's called, you know, tax, you know, that's called tax, you know, tax, what's the name? Tax evasion and whatnot. Yeah. How they get grants from the government, the rich. They get free money all the time. Or they got a system where if you set up a non-for-profit, that you could, or if you're a philanthropist, you don't have to pay taxes.
Taxes just so spot-me. That's how a lot of celebrities, that's how they get away from paying taxes. They got different charities. But that charity going to the
go right back to them.
Straight go right back to them, man.
To their cousin or uncle or whatever. Yeah. Even the numbers.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, these devils, they give these grants over to all these other nations but you, man. And it's well documented that they harm, they rape, ravage our people, they hunger, they castrate us, but they don't do that. How they thank you? By racial profiling your ass.
Yeah.
Okay? Pulling you over and open fire on you if you ain't got your driver's license. Come on, I'll bring it out, let I get it through stuff.
It's Isaiah 49 and 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
Right, and kings shall be thy nursing father. They're dealing with these world leaders, man. All right, those who have some, proceed to have somewhat power, yes, but they're going to be reduced to our service. The kingdom of heaven. Go ahead,
And their queens, thy nursing mothers.
And their queens, our nursing mothers. This is not the be-all, end-all for you people on this side. That's a day reserved with the Lord going to exalt us, man. Over our enemies, man.
Right.
Yeah, come on now.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Yeah, and that's going to happen, man. Matter of fact, you got the Isaiah 60. You got Isaiah 60, it started at like 13 and read down. Continue, right?
It says, and lift up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, but they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
Right, and that's where we come in. All right, because we have not been overthrown by the ways of this world. We understand that there's an end to this society, man. You don't know that America is recorded in the scriptures, man. Like all kingdoms and empires that rose to power, but guess what? They eventually fell out of power. And that applies to America. In fact, America is a major component as it concerns Bible prophecy, because it's the bridge to the return, the majestic return of Yahweh, which when Yahweh return, that's the climax to existence right there. So that's why we know America is important. All right? Come on. Go ahead and give what you got, then we give what you got. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
That's good. Yeah, come back out. Go ahead.
They are all, you ready already?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It said they are all of them snared and holes.
Right, snared and holes. That's dealing with, that's the Lord bringing it back.
Yeah, that's it.
Our people has been snared in holes, meaning what? America is set up with pitfalls and snares and traps to trap up our people on this side right here. Okay? Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes. And they are hid in the prison houses.
Yeah, because even when you go on the physical level at face value, that's true. Our people make up all the people in the penitentiary. But overall, America is a prison camp. You got to remember, we came over here as cargo in slave ships. You think that was a coincidence? We can show you that in the Bible, man. That we got pictures, we got vivid illustration, and we can show you in the scriptures where it tells you where we would come over here in ships. We would come over here in ships. That proves that we the children of the Most High. We the Israelites, man. And why was we put in this condition? Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right.
That's the correct name of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, who these people know as God. His beloved Son will be Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly knows as Jesus Christ. Those are the correct names of heavens and earth right there. Okay? Come on, give me what you got there.
It says, they are for a prey, and none deliver, for a spoil, and none saith restore.
Yeah, none saith restore, man. When you heard of gook, all right? Say, man, somebody do something for those so-called Negroes.
I be on it too.
You're not gonna hear that, man.
I know this.
Go ahead. Come on.
It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Right. Woo! And that's dealing with the other nations, man. They benefited off our wounds. And to really go into a more vivid illustration of that, and that might sound like an oxymoron, because why? It's in a parable. When you go to Lazarus and the rich man, that's a parable that clearly breaks down. you go figure, man. See what I'm saying? In a parable, it's giving you a clear picture. Come on,
let's start Revelation chapter 11, verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
Yeah, go ahead.
And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Right, they don't want to cover us or give us any rest. Go ahead,
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry.
And marry, go ahead.
And shall send gifts one to another.
Yeah, meaning, for an example, right? Just to simplify it. You walk up in a Metro PCS, this is damn Arabs in there. They benefited off your fall, man. They don't know English, but they push that shit on you. You got to get an education.
I'm glad to see y'all out here.
But then, the main person that's on the other line of you paying your bill is damn Elon. They don't even know how to speak English. Them telling them we finally get you the fucking nations, man. We gonna put hell on it. Straight up. Go ahead, huh?
Gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, that's dealing with the Israelites. You go into the there's a lot of different realms of that, but just to simplify it, northern and southern is today. All right, come on, move, yeah.
The book of Zechariah 1, verse 15. I am very so displeased with the heathen. They are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, but they helped forward the affliction.
Hey, these spooks, man. Man, man. Hey, when the last time you saw a so-called Chinese boy in the hood, like you say, man, that he live in the hood, or Africa, they live out there with Esau, man. All right? Real talk. When you saw real him like up the block. If you do see him, you got to leave it here in the store. He pitching his tent. Man. Go ahead, huh?
They're going to try to kick that in.
That was it? All right, come on. Yep, come on, right?
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 22 and 18. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
Right, so the Lord said He's going to surely violently turn and toss you like a ball into a large country, that, and a country. Because this is a land of traffic. Yeah, bitch. So that's symbolic to us coming over here in those slaves. And that only information you're going to find that in the Holy Bible. Go ahead, huh?
God, it says, he will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. There shalt thou die, and there the chariot of thy glory shall be ashamed of the world out.
Yeah, see that? So that was a prophecy written that eventually came to pass. Right? Guess what? Now we're in a time where the Lord is healing us, man. See? Yeah. And then somebody give me 1 Corinthians 4 and 9.
That's the Esau, ain't it? That's the Edomite over
there. Yeah,
there.
that's Esau, man.
I know about it.
Yeah, because guess what? We're a spectacle, man. It was prophesied to happen, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Hey, you got our people, they want a sign from the Lord. Give us a sign. Give us a sign. Well, this is the sign right here, man. The Lord have raised up his men here in the latter days to convey his message, man. His most intimate, intense, and purposeful concerning the judgment of this place of miracle, man.
Right.
Come on, I'll bring it out real quick.
Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles' last, as it were appointed to them, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men.
Hey, that's why the people reacted like that, man. Right, but the Lord did this for a reason. It's a method to this madness, so to speak. You're going to remember us when those missiles started dropping. You're going to remember us, man. Call all your homies.
No, I ain't saying.
Hey, come on. Go back. Isaiah 6. Yeah, because that's going to be a day of reckoning, man. It's going to be a recompense. Matter of fact, somebody give me the 2 Thessalonians. She needs 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Hold that real quick. We're going to this. Just segue right into that. Because the Lord is beautiful, man. The Lord is about justice, man. Hey, that would make the Lord unjust if Esau would just handle us the way they handle us and ride off in the sunset, man. There's no justice in that, man. You think you devils gonna get away with hanging us and castrating us, man? So I showed y'all the picture of the little girl. They hung a little girl, man. She's 4 years old, man. And that was in 2003. Oh yeah, down in Florida. Man, you should be stirred up in the spirit, man. Yeah, real quick, hold that, get what you got real quick, then we're gonna get that. Go ahead,
Daniel chapter 9, verse 12. He has confirmed his words that he spake against us and against our judges that judged us. by bringing upon us a great evil.
Yeah, read that again.
It says he has confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges.
Yeah, the Lord confirmed that, man. How did he confirm it? By showing action, man.
Right.
Go ahead,
That judged us by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole
Oh,
heaven.
now that's heavy, right? The Lord said he brought a great evil. Now when you read Proverbs 16:4, the Lord said he created the wicked for the day of evil. So Esau was created to put us in this situation. Somebody had to be, it's like a movie. In order for Cain to get killed, the guy who popped up and said, which one of y'all was Cain? He had to emerge somewhere. So that's Esau. Esau had to pop up so that could be fulfilled. Right? But he was there from the beginning, but that was his role. So guess what? The Lord going to pay him back for that. Go ahead.
It says, for under the whole heaven has not been done, as have been done.
Hey, that's a cut on the Holocaust. Whenever they talk about the Holocaust, that's the scripture. For all you brothers, they try to bring out the Holocaust, this is what you bring out on, man. Because never has nothing been done under heaven, which was done to our people, man. Straight up. Go ahead.
It says, for under the whole heaven has not been done, as has been done upon Jerusalem.
That's right. Because our people, our people was castrated, they fed the alligators, and there's a lot of stuff that you don't even know about. Right? They posted down in salt, hot lava, hot oil. Yeah, they cook sugar and let it, they burn it down your throat. All right? They castrated our people. You had gator bait. Was that, oh yeah, devil's punch ball. Oh yeah, dodgeball. Where they had the little babies and they even have professional baseball pitchers that come out and throw the ball, and a lot of them balls win the baseball you play with today. There was iron balls, man. And they knocked the little baby, 3-year-old baby unconscious with his teeth out there. You know what I'm saying, man? And you got the nerve to ask why we so angry, man. You got the nerve to ask what's wrong with us, man. That's the fear of the Lord on us, man. How about you outside? Hey, but that's why this is the good news. That's so the mercy of the Lord right there. The Lord is going to be bringing the action concerns the vengeance, man. Matter of fact, come on, give me that, what I asked for.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6. Saying it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them
Hey, the
that
Lord said
trouble
that's a
you.
righteous thing, man. Hey, the most highest power conceivable is going to avenge us of all that shit we just talked about, man.
Right.
These devils castrated. Oh, what's the story of the guy when they cut off his hand?
Oh man, they dismembered this man's whole body on the way to his execution.
Yeah.
Dismembered.
Hey, but then they cut off his private part and shoved it in his mouth, man.
That's right. And sold the parts to spectators.
Oh, and then the people in the crowd was clapping, man.
They sold tickets to that event.
Come on, man. Yeah, get what you got. Then come on back with that precept.
In the book of Sirach 25 and verse 7, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue.
Yeah, and that's what we come in at. We uttering this with our tongue. Let's get it. Come on.
It says a man like
I
it
tell
says.
you, y'all.
It says
Yeah, go
a
ahead.
man that has joy of his children,
A man that have joy of his children, go ahead.
and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. Which how about you outside is giving us the luxury to see the fall of our enemies. Right now, this devil falling. See, what you gotta realize is he falling now. He fuck, you know how you have that long fall? Wait, matter of fact, give me the Lord put him on the slippery slope.
Psalm 73.
He's falling now.
Yeah, that's right.
Then we gonna find and see that.
God. This Psalm 73, 18, it says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
Right. In the slippery places, when you consider a mountain, you say a government is a mountain, right? A government or a mountain has a slope. So the Lord sets his devil at the top of the pointed mountain, man. Now when you're on top of that pointed mountain, you don't have no room for error. You can't make no mistakes. You gotta be careful. But guess what? This devil on top of the mountain making all types of noise. So he's super far. Well,
Yes, it says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. thou casting them down into destruction.
See that?
I say something too.
Go ahead, huh?
You know, watch these different these Edomites. You know, they like to touch the Most High, and one of these things they like to do is snowboard, man. And once they, you know what I mean, they fall, they misstep. It's downhill from there. They crashing, and they can't stop until the Lord say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They cause an avalanche, and they fuck, man. You know what I mean? You know, one misstep, they fuck, man.
Oh, you had the guy that was who promoted the flat earth. I heard about him. That's the spirit of the Lord. No? Go ahead.
This is Romans 9:22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath, to make his power known, endure with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction.
The vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. That's Esau, man. You fit to be destroyed, man. All the crimes and atrocities you committed, man. And these devils should be on chains, man. They out here parading around and shit. When you take a glimpse into their history, man, look what they're guilty of, man. They're walking around as if nothing happened, man. Then on top of that, they talk shit about us, man.
They forget it.
Yeah, they said, like, yeah, forgive and forget, just forget. Yeah, come on, you got more of that?
And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Yep. All right, so what was that? Yeah, go back to this Thessalonians. You want to go there? Yeah. Thessalonians.
It's 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 6. Saying it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense.
Oh, to recompense. Okay. Recompense means to pay back, man. Re meaning back and compense. That goes back to compensation, man. The Lord is going to pay you back, and it's a righteous thing. You got people, you got our own people that's talking about forgive and forget. No, man, the Lord said it's righteous, man, to pay back, man. Go ahead, okay.
They ain't got the authority in the first place, man. The Lord said He's going to pay back Esau for what they did. And the Lord already sanctioned that Esau said shall be a possession. Who are you to forgive what the Lord don't forgive?
Right. Oh, what's the scripture? He can make crooked with the Lord. Give me that real quick. No, that ain't that. That's 23. But it's another one. Who can make crooked with the Lord and things straight? Type it up. Go ahead. Go ahead and give what you got. Just the bag with the ox in, man. Because you can't override the judgment of the Lord, man.
Second Thessalonians chapter 1, chapter 1 and verse 6. Saying it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you.
To them that trouble us, man. See, the Lord, it's not a snapshot with the Lord. It's not a snapshot in time. Like the Lord forgot about what happened. That's nothing to the Lord.
Yes, it is.
That's a couple seconds ago, man. You devils are guilty of that, man. You're going to pay for that, man. Yeah, come on.
This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and 24. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because ye have made your iniquity to be remembered, and that your transgressions are discovered, so that in all your doings your sins do appear, because I say that ye are come to remembrance, ye shall be taken with the hand.
Yeah, the Lord remembered, you know, and that's what you devils did. You exhausted a lot of time, money, and resources and energy into making it all go away. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and just like I said, you put so much time and effort into these Hollywood movies, these slavery movies, all right, these timepieces to make us remember that we was what? In captivity. We was in slavery. We was oppressed, hanging little children, killing little, all this stuff was so remember, man. It was nothing but a glimpse to him. So you're going to be taken with hand.
Yeah, Lord remember that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been, and the Most High requires that which is past.
Right, and that's the spirit, right? That's the spirit, okay? The Lord said He remembered that which was past, right? Now, what's the irony in that right there? Because Esau, what's the first thing Esau want to do? Check your credit history, man. Your past credit history. You want a house, they want to look at your credit score. You want a car, they want to look at your past credit history, man. See what I'm saying? So now they can't say nothing about us because they want to say that's in the past. Well, you won't say that with us. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Job chapter 20, verse 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
Yep, that's right. And that goes all the way back to Cain, the serpent. Lord got that recorded. That's why it's in the scripture. They can't even get away from that. You know? Go ahead.
We shall lie down with him in the dust.
Yep. You that? That was it, Jack? Yeah, give me that remember, then we're going to go back.
This Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities.
Right, so the Most High have remembered her iniquities, man. You know, all the crimes you committed against our people, man. Right. The hanging, the castration, the gator bait. You're not going to get away with that, man. Hey, do you know that the highest power conceivable is our power? That's why America is falling out of control. That's why you got these different nations poised to nuke this place, man. You got Trump in office. That's a complete joke, man. Hey, the American dollar is at the verge of collapse. America has lost the luster it once had, man. You got the coronavirus. The Golden City has ceased. Lord gonna kill you devils, man. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now. That which is to be hath already been.
That's right.
And the Most High requireth that which is past.
Yeah, the Lord requires that which is past.
Damn.
Nothing you can do to somehow sweep it under the rug, what your forefathers did to our people, man. Lord gonna recompense you for that. Yeah, come on, get that.
Psalm chapter 137 and verse 7.
Yep.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. This is the children of Edom, what you're witnessing right now, man. Go ahead, huh?
In the day
And the Lord raised them up on the scene of the crime. That means they gonna get it, man. The Lord raised them up in the time when judgment was prepared. So they actually, they qualify for the blessing.
Right.
And all the hell that come along, you know, the plagues that the Lord gonna send forth before that ultimately happens. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
In the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right, yep.
O daughter of Babylon.
Yep, now that pro right there, that Babylon ain't dealing with ancient Babylon. You know? Because your daughter come after you. Go ahead.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be
Edom
destroyed.
and Babylon is in the same breath. They're dealing with Esau. They're dealing with America, okay? Now come on, let's get this real quick. Real quick.
Isaiah 6:13. It said, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the bark together to beautify the place of my sanctuary.
What that mean, man? That means all these different nations.
Yep.
Those trees are symbolic to the different nations, man. They're going to come and build up the kingdom of heaven. Right. Go ahead.
It says, and I will make the place of my feet glorious.
And what's the place of the feet of the Lord? The earth. Right. Because because the Lord going to replenish the earth. This earth has been downtrodden, man, under the foot of these devils. The earth fucked up. And just read 2 Ezra, the 14th chapter. It tells you how the earth has lost its youth.
Is it?
Go ahead.
It says,
Right now the earth is on a machine, like a breathing machine. Yeah, the power line and shit like that. Life support. That's it.
Times of the earth, age of the earth.
2 Ezra 14 chapter.
2 Ezra 14. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the earth is in a decline, man. Hey, due to the rulership of Esau, Edom, man, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, man. So if the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, you know what I'm saying, it's a decline of all of the natural resources of the earth, the natural minerals of the earth, all right, which hey, we are natural inhabitants of the earth, all right, so it's going to be an incline on us, man, towards the body, man. But when the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, Israel as a whole, which Israel as a whole shall be saved through the elect, everything's going to be snapped back on order, man. You know, everything's going to be back on order, back in the way it should be, man. That's right. See what I'm saying?
Hey, this is the worst case scenario.
Yep, that's it.
Well,
Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee,
right. The souls of them that afflicted us, go ahead.
it said, shall come bending unto thee.
And who are the souls that afflicted us? All these nations. Okay, but mainly who? Esau. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
It says, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves,
Right, all these nations despise us, man. They don't bow themselves. Go ahead.
shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
And that word Zion go back to remembrance.
See it?
Go back to the Zion one. Monument. God remember. Yeah, call on y'all, that's what I say. He didn't forget us. Go ahead, huh?
It says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated,
Right, we was forsaken and hated. Case in point. These different nations don't want to live in your neighborhood. And if you move to their neighborhood, the value goes down. So if you forsaken, they don't want nothing to do with you. You've been forsaken and hated, right?
so that no man went through thee.
See, that no man will go through you, man. All right, the only way they're going to pitch their tents is to come up off you. That's it. Go ahead.
It says, I will make thee an eternal excellency.
And the Lord going to make us an eternal excellency. And that's dealing with the kingdom of heaven right now. That's the promise. That's the Lord giving us a help talk. That ain't for everybody. That's for us, man. The Lord said He's going to make us an eternal excellency. This is a powerful word, right?
A joy of many generations.
So joy, that means your children ain't going to have nothing to worry about. Their children after that. The joy of many generations, man. Right?
Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles.
Right, meaning all their resources going to come to us, man. Right. That's where we at, man, in the process, man. And that's that proverbial light at the end of the tunnel that Jake don't see. That's why the scriptures talk about the comfort. We got the comforter, man. Hey, matter of fact, somebody give me, I know we finna get ready to close, somebody give me Ecclesiastes 4:1 real quick. See, that's the difference between these next. Oh, we don't want it. Oh, I think that what we had, right? Oh, no, you talking about, yeah, you might be talking about Joel 20. Yeah, get that. Yeah, that's a good one, yeah. Write these out real quick.
Ecclesiastes 4:1. So I return and consider all the oppression that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed.
Yeah, and that's dealing with the people on this side. The Lord see that. The Lord see our oppression, man. Right. You hear our groanings and our cries. What?
And they had no comfort.
And they had no comfort of them. See, the two-thirds people, they don't got no comfort. They think that this is a perpetual state. You know? They think that this is going to be, this is where it's supposed to be. You're going to be the last one hired, the first one fired. You're going to continue to get pulled over, racial profile, and get shot down by the cops if you reach for your wallet. But guess what? We here to tell you that's not the be-all, end-all, man.
Right.
But they don't have that comfort. Go ahead, read that again, huh?
Start from the top, Ecclesiastes 4:1. So I returned and considered all the oppression that are done under the sun.
Yep, go ahead.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comfort.
See, but they have no comfort in that. Versus the brothers and sisters who was fortunate to be called out of that darkness into the marvelous light. We have a comfort. We know amidst all the BS, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Go ahead, huh?
And on the side of their oppressors, there was power.
Right, on the side of Esau is power. You can march and lock arms all day, man. But this devil got to find a call, man. Go ahead, huh? Fucking this, man. Yeah, go ahead.
But they had no comfort.
Yeah, but they had no comfort.
That's right.
Come on, huh? That's it,
yep.
yeah.
It says, thou, this Isaiah 60 and 16, thou also shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles.
Right, so all your resources, we're going to get them, man. Hey, just like right now, Esau do it with the sword.
Yep.
They take all the resources of the earth with the sword, you know. But you're going to come and you're going to just bring it to us, man.
See it?
They're going to show how bad the Lord is. You're going to just come bring it. You're going to come bowing. You know? You're going to have dreams. You're going to know that we the men of the Lord.
Here, our heart can be enlarged.
Yeah. Hey, you're going to go into that. Oh, it's up there, 12. Yeah, that's right. We going to be spooked. See all these people bringing all these treasures to us. We're going to be like, oh, shit.
What's going on? Solomon.
That's, Lord gonna bring that majesty back to Israel. Okay? And that's gonna be the elect, man.
That's right.
That's why brothers gotta you gotta pray to the Lord that he found you worthy to even partake, man, in this hope. You gotta qualify to even hope.
Sure. Hey, you know what, real quick? There's a brother that always brings this out in New York. The word, we're gonna be impeccable. The word impeccable means incapable of sin. So we can't forget, not only we're gonna have all these resources, but the Lord's gonna change our inward parts that we can't ever go off.
That's right. Yeah, that means we're not gonna be able to look, we're not gonna look over our shoulder again. We're not gonna get any reports. Someone just stirred up the meat.
God. It said, thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles. It said, and shall suck the breast of kings, and thou shalt know that I the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
That's right, continue.
For brass I will bring gold,
Read.
and for iron I will bring silver,
Go ahead.
and for wood brass, and for stones iron, I will also make thy officers peace.
Hold up. That's nothing more than the way of the Lord said he's gonna upgrade us. See? Go ahead.
He said, I will also make thy officers peace, and thy executors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
Right, because right now you hear about Chicago or Compton. It's all centered around violence.
Yep.
Hey, that's sorry that this book's bad, man. The Lord said violence shall no more be heard in your land.
Yep.
West End. Go ahead.
Oh man, it's wasting of discretion within our borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise.
Right? Yep. Go ahead.
It said the sun shall no more be thy light by day.
Meaning what? We're not going to need nobody to teach us because the knowledge is going to be in us.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee.
Yeah, that's symbolic to us having this knowledge. We're going to have that knowledge. We're not going to need the sun. That don't mean that the sun and the moon is not going to exist no more. That means that we're not going to have to be taught. It's going to be instilled in us. Go ahead.
It says, but the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light.
See that?
Thy power, thy glory.
See?
It says, the sun shall no more go down.
Yeah, meaning what? You'll never lose this knowledge again, man. That's what happened to us in the first place. Read Hosea the 4th chapter and the 6th verse. What did Hosea the 4th chapter and 6th verse tell you?
Perish for lack of knowledge.
See? So the Lord said the sun will no longer go down upon you, meaning you'll never lose this knowledge again. Go ahead.
That sun shall no more go down.
And you got to ask yourself, when was that fulfilled? That proves that this is talking about the kingdom of heaven. All right, go ahead. Huh?
He said, neither.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Come on.
Y'all good?
No, you good. You good. You got to go around. You know, part of the movie.
It says, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself.
That's talking about this knowledge.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. It says, Isaiah 16:21, thy people also shall be all righteous.
Yeah, that means young Jesus is going to be righteous. And that's hard to believe, man. Okay? But that's a marvelous work right there in itself.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says that people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever.
Woo! And that's everything that comes with the land.
That's it. It says the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified.
Yeah, so the Lord going to get the glory in the kingdom of heaven. It's not going to be different genres of music. All right? It's going to be one genre, and that's going to be praising Yahweh Shalom Shah. Go ahead,
Isaiah 60:22. A little one shall become 1,000.
Yeah, we're going to be getting it on in the kingdom.
That's it.
Okay? This ain't for the faint-hearted either, man.
Right.
And then the hell with you soft niggas, man. This ain't for you, man. This ain't for the faint-hearted.
Right.
Okay, we gonna be popping women in the kingdom.
Right.
Okay? Read that again, man.
Hey, we're going to be sluck, y'all. You got it.
That's days of Noah, man. Right after you get out the ship, what he said? Lord said,
Multiply, giving in.
Took it right out of my mouth. Exactly what I was going to say.
You got soft. Hey, like I was watching some real talk, man. They showed the top 15 of NBA cheaters. They was like, the whole thing was, how could you cheat with all these cameras around you? So they had Tony Parker, everybody on the list, right? Hey, but they was like, how could you even cheat? They showed they tiptoeing around with masks on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's off, man. A man can have as many women as he wants, long as he ain't vowed to nobody else, man.
That's right.
That's vexing right there, man.
Right.
Now we known as womanizers because we're in this faggot society, man. But guess what? Can you read that again? We reading out the scripture. Read that again.
It says,
and if this not talking about what we saying, what do it mean? Go ahead.
a little one shall become 1,000.
What that mean, man? There's gonna be a lot of popping in the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
It says, and a small one, a strong nation.
And a small one, a strong nation, man. Because we're gonna be getting it in. We're gonna repopulate the planet Earth, man. Okay? We're gonna have multiple wives, you know? That's the way the Lord set it up, man.
He says, the Lord will
But this
hasten.
place is a matriarch society. This is not a patriarch society, this is a matriarch society geared towards appeasing the emotions of the woman. Because your woman don't want to hear the fact that you're gonna have multiple women. But she should be thankful that she gonna be a part of that number. We the prize. That's why the scriptures say, I'll make a man princess daughter over that. But guess what? Right now they might get a little attitude, but in that day they're gonna really appreciate you. They're gonna get it. If it was meant for them to get it, they're gonna really appreciate it in that day. They're gonna come bowing, oh my goodness, you know. Because the Lord gonna raise us up and set us up on a level. Straight up, that's the plan. What?
It says, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation.
Read.
And the Lord will hasten.
Hold up now. Read that again. See, you can't say this elaborate plan concocted by us. You can't say we bounce the scriptures to fit our doctrine. Read that again.
This is Isaiah 60 and 22. A little one shall become 1,000.
How y'all doing?
And a small one a strong nation.
Go ahead.
The Lord will hasten it in his time.
It say, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So this is the pleasure of the Lord. This is a thought from the Lord. The kingdom of heaven is the imagination of the Lord, what the Lord thinks to be a great king. That's what the kingdom of heaven is all about. It's an idea that the Lord came up with, like, you know what? This is how the kingdom should be. It ain't on us. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah set up this kingdom, man. This is of his thoughts.
That's right.
You got something?
Yes.
Come on, bring it up.
Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man.
Right, a complete number of women is going to realize that Esau lied to them. That's all that's going into. A complete number of women going to realize that Esau lied. They're going to say, you know what, it wasn't about us. It was certain men that were set up to be the prize. Okay? And not just any man, that's dealing with the elect men of Israel right there.
Right.
Go ahead, Al.
It says, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, to get popped.
That was it.
That was it. All right, so hey, you got anybody got something? All right, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom must do honor and respect to the sincere brethren out there who's also laboring in his work, as well as you believers, the Akim and the Aqua, the brothers and sisters of life that subscribe to the 12 to the next time. Shalom.
Shalom. DTA above above. Germs.
Eat a cowboy sandwich.
Swine balls.
Eat a coronavirus sandwich.
All you higher ups.
Demons and you monsters.
Eat a coronavirus.
That's it.
I said eat a cowboy sandwich.